The two wildcard matches in the AFC were very intriguing, the first one being between Baltimore and Kansas City, and here's a recap between these two 9-7 teams going at it. Of course, the Ravens have Dalvin Cook back from injury and Josh Rosen at quarterback, but the Chiefs are very depleted, specifically at the quarterback position, as Mike Glennon will be making his first career playoff start for the Chiefs. Now here's Josh Rosen coming out onto the field. Look at his season, 27 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and he would have a biblical first career playoff start today, as we'll pick you up here midway first quarter. Rosen hits Ty Montgomery on the corner route, and Montgomery is gone, 58 yards for the touchdown, and the Ravens take an early 7-0 lead. Montgomery, the former Packer, of course. Then next drive for the Chiefs, Mike Glennon would not feel that rush at all. He had no idea how to deal with it, and it's a dual sack for the Ravens. The Chiefs would have to punt on that drive. Let's go second quarter now. Ravens have the ball back here, 4:35 remaining. Josh Rosen looking deep for Travis Darrell, who burns Chidobe Awuzie, and Darrell is gone for the 76-yard touchdown. And just like that, the Ravens are up 14-0, and things are looking bleak for the Chiefs. However, they would try to respond before halftime, as Jamal Charles, still kicking it at his old age, gets a solid 12 yards on that toss play, although you can clearly see that he has lost a step. Then a few plays later here, Glennon to Corey Davis, who went beast mode, breaking not one tackle, but 2 tackles before we finally drilled down at the Baltimore 27-yard line. Then a few plays later, Glennon stepping up in the pocket, and he completes the pass to Jeremy Maclin. That was a fastball for 21 yards all the way down to the Baltimore 1-yard line. I cannot speak. And then Jamal Charles on the pitch play gets it in for the touchdown, and it would be a 14-7 Ravens lead at the half. Let's go third quarter now. Chiefs had the ball back here. Jamal Charles would be face mask on his way down to the ground, wiping out a first down and 20. Ravens had the Chiefs in. Then a few plays after that, Glennon completes the pass short to Marcus Wheaton, and Wheaton gets a solid gain out of it all the way up to the Baltimore 19-yard line, a gain of 20. But on third down and 5, Glennon would be pressured. He would have to throw the ball away, and to make matters worse, the flag would be holding. The Chiefs would be forced to tack on a field goal. They would make it a 17-10 game. Now in the fourth quarter, Dalvin Cook lowering the shoulder and getting a solid 10 yards on that play and a first down, keeping the chains moving. Cook 21 carries, 93 yards on the day. Then a few plays after that, a third down and 9. Rosen making things happen with his legs right here as he scampers for 24 yards before sliding at the Kansas City 15-yard line, getting a first down. Rosen can really do it all. Then a few plays after that, Rosen to Crockett Gilmore for the touchdown. Just about put the game away, correct? Maybe. That was Rosen's third passing touchdown of the day, but the ensuing extra point would be blocked by Eric Berry. Correction, would be blocked by someone else, and Eric Berry would take it all the way back for a kick 2, I guess, as that would make it a 23-12 game instead of 24-10. However, the Chiefs' offense simply was not the same without Matthew Stafford under center, as Mike Glennon here on 4th and 15, looking deep for Corey Davis. The pass is deflected and incomplete, and with that, the Ravens would get the W and move on to the divisional round as they win this game 23-12. Josh Rosen 12-16, 203 yards, 3 touchdowns. I already told you Dalvin Cook's numbers. 21 carries for 93 yards. And then we get to the, I guess, second most intriguing game of Wildcard Weekend, that being the Texans and the Steelers coming up next right here, as Houston would come to town with a record of 9-7, losing their last 2 games, backing into the playoffs, while the Steelers are on a little bit of a hot streak, with Big Ben back in the lineup, possibly making his last career start in a Steelers uniform, with young Jacob Eason ready to take the reins. We'll pick you up here early first quarter, first play for the Steelers, and Big Ben would be sacked. He would fumble the ball, and J.J. Watt would recover it. Surprisingly, it wasn't J.J. Watt doing the sacking. He has an NFL record of 25 sacks. Then Sam Darnold, the rookie quarterback, would come out onto the field, filling in for Alex Smith, who actually was benched in favor of Darnold. Of course, Darnold the 8th overall pick in the 2019 draft. And on 3rd down and 12, Darnold looked a little bit rattled right here. He overthrows DeAndre Hopkins by a mile. Luckily, the flag would be roughing the passer on the Steelers, so that would keep the chains moving. However, on 3rd down and goal here, Darnold looking for the fullback Gilmore, and that is well shy of the 1st down. And Darnold started out the game 2 of 7 for the Steelers. The Texans attack on a field goal. Then ensuing kickoff, Antonio Brown is blown up. He fumbles the football, and the Texans recover. The Steelers have won one offensive play, and they've already turned the ball over twice. So then Darnold right here handed off to Lamar Miller, who would be stopped after only a gain of 1. The Texans would be forced to tack on another field goal and take a 6-0 lead. Now the Steelers try to get something going on offense right here. Big Ben would be intercepted by Kevin Johnson, and Johnson could go all the way back for a pick 6. So in the first quarter for the Steelers, 2 drives, 3 turnovers, and they're already in a 13-0 hole. Let's go second quarter now. Big Ben looking deep for Katie Cannon after the Texans have taken a 16-0 lead, and Cannon goes 76 yards into the end zone for the touchdown, saving any chance the Steelers had of coming back and winning this game. Then after the Steelers would get a stop, Big Ben looks deep for Katie Cannon again for 54 yards this time and another touchdown. So at the half, the score would be 16-14 Texans. Let's go third quarter now. Texans have the ball here. Lamar Miller barreling forward for 11 yards and a 1st down, keeping the chains moving. Miller with about 79 yards on the day, if I recall correctly. Then a few plays later, Darnold over the middle to Jordan Leggett for 13 yards and a 1st down. Darnold with 179 yards and a touchdown on the day. Then a few plays after that, Darnold fires in a fastball to Braxton Miller, who breaks 2 tackles, gets 12 yards and a 1st down. That would be Miller's 5th reception of the day. Then a few plays after that, Darnold looking for Will Fuller over the middle, and Fuller is in for the 8-yard touchdown, his 1st on the day. Darnold's only passing touchdown of the day. Texans take a 23-14 lead. Now here, late third quarter, Steelers driving down the field as Big Ben hits Ladarius Green for the 1st down. Then on 3rd down and 8, Ben looking for Hill, the rookie receiver out of Ohio State. He makes the catch, but they mark him down at the 1-yard line. Taking a second look at this one, that looks to be an incorrect call, as I think Hill got that ball across the pylon. That would lead to a 3rd down and goal for the Steelers. In the 4th quarter, this pass nearly intercepted. The refs rule it incomplete. The Steelers will be forced to tack on a field goal, make it a 20-17 game. Then Spencer Lanning right here would boot off a punt hotter than Peyton List as it goes out at the 7-yard line. Now Steelers would try to run play action, and Jadeveon Clowney is not fooled as he gets the safety. Texans would go up now 25-17. Next drive here for the Steelers, they punt the ball, and this would be a very ugly punt by Jordan Berry, but DeAndre Hopkins screws up royally as he touches the punt for no reason, and the Steelers get the ball at the Houston 38. Over 4th down and 2 here, give to Le'Veon Bell, and he would be stuffed like he would be all day. Bell only had 22 yards rushing on the day, and the Texans hold on for a 25-17 victory. Big Ben, 16-21, 275, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. A solid day for him after a very rough start. Sam Darnold, though, very solid, 21-35 for 179 and a touchdown. Solid day from him, and Houston will be heading to Buffalo to take on the Bills next week, while the Ravens will be traveling to Jacksonville. In the NFC, the Seahawks beat the Rams 42-35, and the Panthers beat the Cowboys. So Seattle will be taking on the Detroit Lions in the Divisional Round tomorrow at 8 p.m.